Hey everybody, it's Corey. Super excited to be back. My third day in a row and I'm loving it. Hopefully you are too. So today I'm super excited about this topic as well. Something that's so critically important to success in every area of your life. So the topic today is trust, and specifically self-trust. So jump on, say hello, let me know where you're coming in from, and I will get started. So, where this topic has been something that's been a theme in my life because it's not something I believe we're not really taught. So often, of course, when we're children, it's normal for parents to tell us not to do something. We have to learn the process of what's okay, what's not okay, what things might hurt us, like for example, putting our hand on the stove or something like that. But the thing that I think is missing is we're not then taught how to start to develop that own trust within ourselves. And so it creates a distrust within ourselves that we're constantly seeking permission or asking people what they think or just doubting our own ideas. And this actually became really apparent to me yesterday. I went to a workshop, and the workshop was talking about some of your negative beliefs around relationships. And as we were sharing some of what we'd come up with, one man said, "Well, is that right?" And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is your pattern, only you know your pattern. So I found it so interesting that he was asking validation. And I do believe it's super important to have mentors and guides that help you to make sure that you are walking in your truth and who can speak that truth to you. But there's a difference between having someone to guide you, to help you come into your truth, and relying on someone to tell you what to do and to tell you if what you're doing is okay. So there's also a difference between, hesitation because you're trying to discern what this is about, and maybe this is something I'm really nervous to share or I'm really afraid of. And so that internal battle is a normal battle when you're struggling with fear. But the external battle is the battle where you are seeking validation. And so instead of trusting this is something that I'm working on and it's important to me, the default is to ask someone else's opinion. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Is this okay? How does this sound? And so you start to let other people manage your power. And so the whole point of life is to get to the point where you deeply and completely trust yourself above all, that you trust what you are doing, you trust in what you are saying, you trust in the path that you are taking, and you know that no one and nothing has power over you. So you stop letting other people manage your power, you stop asking for permission, and you start to notice even your own way of speaking. So starting to eliminate, how does that sound? What do you think? Is that okay? Does that make sense? So all of those are little micro versions of seeking approval and validation versus turning those questions inward and asking yourself, how does that sit with me? Do I have a deeper understanding of this? What is this stirring up in me? So the other thing you can do if you're kind of not sure, is this from a place of fear or is it from a place of seeking validation, is to ask yourself, if there's something you feel like I really want to do this, or I really want to say something, ask yourself, if you're resisting doing that thing or saying that thing, ask yourself, what is the worst possible thing that could happen if I say this or if I do this? Then ask, so what would I do if that does come to pass? What would I do? So kind of, how would you pick yourself back up from the ashes, so to speak? And then the third thing, this is the most important question, What is the cost of not saying anything or the cost of not taking action? So that's usually when we're like, oh my gosh, I have to say this, I have to do this, because the cost of not doing it is way higher than the cost of doing it. And then if you are grappling with, am I seeking validation, just start to question, when did I decide to let other people manage my power? When did I start to value other people's opinions of me over my own opinion of myself? And again, this often goes back to childhood, when we start to learn certain behaviors get us approval and other behaviors might get us disapproval. And so we start to form patterns in our thinking and our behavior to align with what will give us more approval. And so when you start to explore this, you can start to break those patterns and create new patterns that tell you value you more than you value how others are valuing you. So your own worth is more important than worrying what other people might feel about you. So a tool for you to start working with this to see how much you trust yourself is to do some self-exploration. So I would encourage you to take some time to sit in a quiet place, maybe some music, just relaxing, no pressure. And I have some questions for you. So the first one would be, what happened the last time I didn't listen to my intuition? So think of more than one experience. Think of all the times that you knew, like, gosh, there's this thing that I really want to do, or there's this thing I don't want to do. And you dismissed that feeling, that gut instinct, and you didn't do it, or you did do it. So that's one thing. What happened when you dismissed your intuition? And then ask yourself, kind of explore, what were the circumstances? Where did this start to come from, where you started to doubt your intuition? And then the flip side, ask yourself, what were all the experiences of when I did trust and act on my intuition? What were the circumstances? What was the outcome? What happened as a result of that? So you can start to see this kind of division of the times you did trust yourself and what was the result, and the times you didn't trust yourself and what was the result. And then start to make a commitment to yourself to practice trusting yourself. So you can even have like a little notebook and write down, like, oh my gosh, I had this strange urge to go do this thing. And then I encourage you to challenge yourself to go do it. And just keep track of all those things that start to happen as a result of you practicing trusting yourself. And it definitely takes time. So play around with it, make it a game. And you'll notice, you start to discern, okay, that was just me asking for approval. That was me trying to prove something, or that was me acting out of fear. Oh, that was me actually listening to my intuition and trusting myself. So it definitely is a process of self-discovery and self-exploration. But the more you do it, the more you will start to know what is the voice of intuition over the voice of the shadow, the voice of seeking approval, the voice of fear. And then you'll know, as you build experience, of what the results you get for when you actually follow your intuition and you actually start to trust yourself. Because your level of success in every area of your life, your health, your career, your relationships, all of it comes down to how much you trust yourself. And I think there's this epidemic, and it's not new, that we all, in the US and everywhere, I think really, we all want someone to tell us what to do. Tell me the secret formula for the perfect body, the perfect way to eat, the perfect way to exercise, the perfect way to build a business, the perfect relationship. And it's all crap, honestly, because it's not coming from you. You know the perfect way for your body to eat if you will trust yourself and tune into your intuition. Your body will tell you what is the perfect thing for your specific body to eat. Your body will also tell you the ways that your body wants to move, the ways that make your body feel strong and nourished and energetic. The same with relationships. Your soul, your intuition will tell you what is the perfect person for you? What is the perfect situation? What is the perfect conversation? What are the perfect words to say at the perfect time? And then in your career as well, like getting really into that place where you deeply and completely trust yourself and know this is the right way that I want to build my business. This is the way that feels life-giving, empowering, and fulfilling to me in a way that lets me be the fullest expression of myself and to share my truth as only I can share it in the way that I love to share it. So it's a huge challenge because we're bombarded by magazines, websites, everything that tell us to follow a certain path, follow these 5 steps, follow this diet, follow these 6 secrets to better sex, whatever it is. It's all a racket. So when you can start to just knock it all away and come back to you and trust you have the exact knowledge you need, that's when everything changes. And like I said, it does take practice because it's unprogramming your mind, because your mind loves to seek information and knowledge. And so it's unprogramming your mind and directing your mind to listen to your soul and to your intuition and giving your mind that job. So, would love to hear your thoughts on this topic, something I'm super passionate about and something that I feel is a lifelong process because every day you have to deprogram. Every day you have to come back into alignment with your soul, with your intuition. And every day you have to do something, multiple things that demonstrate you trust yourself until you start to build up more and more evidence that you fully, really, deeply, and completely trust yourself. So it's like learning to walk again. Am I going to fall down? Yeah, probably. I'm going to get back up? Yep, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to see what happens next time I do it. All right. Questions or thoughts, please post them below. And if you come on to watch this on the replay, let me know you're there. And like I mentioned in a previous video, I am going to be doing a new visualization, the Inner Millionaire visualization, because I do believe all of us have within us an insane amount of riches, insane amount of wealth, insane amount of prosperity. And again, it's like we get stuck in our own thought processes that prevent us from experiencing prosperity in all its forms, in every area of our life. So I'll be working on that this week, but until then I do have the inner authentic self-visualization, which is awesome because it helps you come back to you, to that person at your core, that person who is you without all this racket of society telling you who you should be. It's you coming back to your soul and to your intuition and to knowing who you are. So that is above if you want to grab a copy of that. And I'll be coming back again tomorrow. And then if you have questions, of course, reach out to me. And if you want to talk about what it looks like to work together, I do work with online business coaches, online entrepreneurs, online wellness practitioners. And if that is something that is interesting to you because you're sick of all this crap about you have to do webinars, you have to do live streams, you have to do email marketing, you have to do Facebook ads. If you're tired of all of that and want to come back to driving your business from a soul purpose place, reach out to me and let's talk about how we can get that working for you, because that's the only way to do it, honestly. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.